It may have been Halloween last night, however, it looks like there were some more tricks in store for us this morning. When the non-farm payroll numbers came out this morning, they were terrible. And if you looked even closer at the numbers, they were worse than it appeared on the surface because many of those jobs that were created were government or government-backed, and there was only a net 12,000 jobs that were actually shown as created for last month. That's horrible. That goes back for several years. We haven't seen anything that bad. Initially, when it came out, rates looked like they were primed to improve by about 1/8 of a point. I even hopped online, threw up a video saying, hey, this is great news for rates, and maybe we're even going to take a turn going back the right direction. And so it all looked great, and then it didn't. There was some additional information that came out which showed global PMI was a little bit higher than expected, but there was also just, I think, some concerns about where we're at with debt and what's going on next week, of course, with the election, and then secondly with the Fed. And so we do think we'll see a Fed cut of 1/4 point. We just don't know what they're going to say after that meeting as to what their perspective is going forward, and that's putting some pressure on things right now. Long story short, we're in this pattern that rates are not getting better until they do, until we break out of it. And today was discouraging because we had a great opportunity and the charts show we were off and running, and then it pulled way back. And we'll actually finish today slightly worse than where we finished yesterday, which is surprising. So as we look at rates going forward, if we're closing in the next 30 days or less, I think it's got to be a conversation where we're looking at locking. I mean, if you've got an appetite to go through the next few days and hope that the election and maybe something that the Fed says after the cut on Thursday changes things for us, okay, then maybe that's a consideration. In fact, even if you're closing 45 or 60 days or more out, I think it's time we start having those conversations and start putting in some plans here to make sure that we don't let them get much further from where they've been. So hope this helps. I hope we'll have some good news next week for you. And of course, if we see anything worthwhile, we'll get an update out to you. Have a great weekend.